I just want to send some thoughts and prayers to Alexander Neal and his wife as they were their apartment caught on fire. Got the word that there was a big blaze where they were, and prior to this apartment fire happening, he was actually in the hospital for his enlarged heart. He had bronchitis. He was dealing with some serious health issues. Alexander O'Neill rose to prominence in the mid '80s. And he working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and of course those many classic songs with Sherelle. I mean, obviously his first big hit was "Innocent," and of course "Saturday Love" and "Never Knew Love Like This" and "Criticized" and "Fake." And one of the best vocalists of his time, um, versatile talent. And sometimes you just never know what's going on in someone's life. I've seen some clippings of him in some places where he was living in England for a while and he moved back to Minnesota. And you just never know what anyone is going through. And so him and his wife having to deal with this fire and all that, it's just like it just seems like it rains, it pours, it just comes down. And it was just pretty much jarring to hear the news because it came out over the weekends that him and his wife were in the hospital because the apartment caught fire. Most importantly, he's all right. But just think about it. 2 years prior, he was on almost on like life support, dealing with health issues, and so you just never know what anyone is going through. He was my favorite vocalist to come from the Minneapolis scene, um, and one of the best vocalists I heard back in the day. I enjoyed quite a few of his recordings and the stuff he did with Jam and Lewis, etc. And I like his way he would speak on different topics and things. He's one of those kind of people that he keep it real. He gave Prince his props, but he also called Prince out on some of the stuff he did. So he was a balanced cat, and he spoke out about the industry and different things and so on and so forth. So, but anyway, and of course, like I said before earlier, loved all the stuff that him and Sherelle would do. But this is a very serious situation, and these things is that you just hope that people will be okay and that there will be some hope and letting people know that you're thinking about them because you just never know. And so often than not, people get this image of you an entertainer or something that they think that you're doing all everything is going well and they don't see, and then you kind of lose track that some of the people that you followed are a little older than what that because I mean time has a way of kind of creeping up where you don't really think about it. I didn't know he was 72. And I know but he's been around forever and a day. So it's like you got to rewind the clock 40 years ago, and you just don't think about that until you see then it's the reality. It's like, yeah, I remember when this cat was so big, he would play London. He did the Wembley Arena and he was almost as given that's why he ended up falling in love with moving to England because he almost was giving Luther a run for like felling out because he was big over there. And then I remember he did the Princess Trust with Level 42 and he was singing with the house band. I mean, he just was a guy was, pro. But more importantly, health wise, with a lot of stuff that's going on with his life, a lot of things behind his music career, just hoping that he's okay and his wife is okay because, hearing this kind of news is very jarring and you want to wish people the best. So thoughts and prayers are with them both. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share the video if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.